Welcome back to the newest home tour. I'm here at my newest listing for the Stanton Group. The address is 2650 South Dalton Street here in Wichita, Kansas. And real quick before we go into the home, I want to tell you a couple quick details. So this home is in between Rock and Webb Road, just south of Pawnee. So that does mean, even though it's a Wichita address, it gets Derby School District. So that's one of the pluses. One thing I will say, the tree right here, it doesn't look like much right now, but once it first started getting warm, it's actually a cherry blossom tree. So you get these big, or these little cute pink flowers, and when the wind blows, it kind of blows the petals, and it's kind of like snow, and it's just so beautiful. So hopefully I can show you a picture. I think I found one right there of what it looks like. But I mean, right now it's just a beautiful tree. So let's go check out the inside. This home was built in 1984. It has 4 bedrooms, 3 full bathrooms, 2,165 square feet, and a 2-car garage. So again, like I said, it was built in 1984, so it does still have some of those touches of a 1984 home. It's not quite updated, but that just means it's perfect for the next person to come buy it. And I mean, by the time you see this video, it'll probably already be sold, but let's go take a quick tour and let's see what you think. Again, the address is 2650 South Dalton Street. So if you're interested, we got an open house Saturday and Sunday, so go and check it out. Start off, you have this big, beautiful wooden door. It's got lots of detail on the front, plus this little window right here, which we're gonna check out from the inside because, again, it's really cool. And rather than having a peephole, which peepholes are nice because you can just kind of peek through to see, this one is actually a window. So you flick that switch, and now you can talk to people, or it actually lets a little bit of airflow through. Since the bottom is open on that screen door, you do get a little bit of airflow. So if you just want a little bit of airflow, or you want to talk to someone through the door without having to unlock it, it's perfect. Plus it's this cute little yellow color, which matches with the wood door. The other side is painted a red, but this side is just the plain wooden door. And again, it is just beautiful. I love the color. Just this door in general is very neat. So again, like I said, this is a little bit of a not so updated home. It could use some work. So, I mean, a good way to build equity in this home would just to be, you know, maybe pull up the carpet, put some new flooring and put some paint on, and it's already going to be 100 times better. Now, there's a lot more you could do to this home to make it different and better. And of course, if you buy it, move away in a couple of years, like 3 to 5 years, you're still going to have that much of a difference in equity from when you buy it, because it's listed for $200,000. You could probably sell it for a lot more a couple of years down the line. Now let's get on to the home tour. This is the dining room / kitchen. So we'll start here in the dining room. You have this big, beautiful bay window that goes out to your front yard. And I mean, what's there not to like about that? You can have a little coffee table sitting here. You could probably put like a 6-person table here. There's not really a good way to put it other than just long ways this way, or maybe just a circle table that fits 4 people. Either way, there's lots of potential for here. If I remember correctly, the seller had this cabinet here and this one installed later on. I'm not exactly sure when, but it is separate from these, and she had it installed to match. So it's not exact match, but it does still match. So you could always take this out, or you could use this as like a coffee bar area. This is where maybe you keep your air fryer, your toaster, your blender, stuff like that. And then this will be your main kitchen area. But I mean, beautiful little dining room. Have a cup of coffee, cup of tea in the morning. And the sun, that is east, that is west. So sunsets over here. And so in the morning, you're not getting sun directly through the window into your eyeballs. So that's really nice. On to the kitchen. So again, like I said, there's a few things you can see where it's a little more dated, like these little built-in cutting boards. And I don't really know what to think about these, because you have one over here and you have one over here. So it'd be really good if you're cutting stuff up a lot, but at the same time, I feel like it's going to be a lot harder to clean if you're cutting stuff. I mean, I think you can take these out. I'm not 100% sure. I'm also not going to try right now, but I just think cleaning would be the main issue for that, and just kind of pick up afterwards, or if you spill something on the outside, it's going to get under there. But what can you do other than replace the countertops? You have your oven here, stovetop, your sink over here, and then your refrigerator here. So, I mean, if it was me, this is a functional kitchen. You could keep it as is, not make any updates to it. Again, whoever buys the house gets to do whatever they want with it. But again, just pull up the countertops, put some new ones in. I mean, if you really wanted to, scratch the whole kitchen and restart. You would just still have to put your sink over here, but you could flip-flop stuff around over here so it's a little more convenient. Because if you see here, this is a bigger fridge. It does kind of stick out a lot. And if you're here, this is a real big pinch point for going into the living room. But again, it does do a full circle, so you could go to the other way. But again, it's not as convenient if you can just walk through right here. But that's it for your kitchen. You do have access to your 2-car garage. We'll just take a quick peek out there. It's a 2-car garage, nothing special. You do have a door to your backyard and then a couple storage cabinets that are gonna stay. Again, those can go. But this one over here is actually built in. So it's got a little lock on it, but pretty big storage, goes all the way up to the top. And then, I mean, while we're here, we'll go check out the backyard because I mean, why not? This door, if I can unlock it, there we go. So you got also a screen door, so this is gonna be really good for, since summer is coming up, if you're working in the garage and you want some airflow, open up the garage door and open this up, and you're gonna get lots of airflow all the way through. But here we are, your backyard. We do have a little deck right here. One thing I've realized recently about decks though, is they're not really that convenient. You've always got to be doing work to them. If it's a wood deck like this, staining it or painting it, and just, there's always a kind of an upkeep when it comes to wooden decks. So if this was me, you see there's only like 3 steps here. What I would do is I would most likely just pour a concrete pad. You could do the same size, you could do bigger, you could do smaller, totally up to you. And just put some stairs, either concrete or wooden stairs, down from your living room. And that's also your master bedroom right there. So you've got access from your master bedroom right outside. But there's it for your deck. You do have a pretty decent sized backyard. It's pretty big. So if you had a dog, a bigger dog, or a couple smaller dogs, you're not really lacking on space for them to run around. And I know there used to be like something right here, maybe a little trampoline or something, but you could put a trampoline, you could put a pool, you could put a hot tub, you could put all these different things. And again, that'd be a good idea, is if you made this a concrete patio, maybe pull it out a little bit and have a hot tub there. And you could always throw up a little like canopy or something to cover it up, give you some shade. But again, there's lots of potential with this home inside and out. You do have, I'm pretty sure it's a 10 by 12 storage shed over here. So instead of taking up room in your garage with supplies for like mowing or just excess stuff, you got a 10 by 12 shed in here. Put your mowing stuff in here. Of course, you might have to put a little ramp or something, but not a terribly big ramp. I mean, it's not that far off the ground. So put up a little ramp and keep your mower, your mowing stuff, all that in there, or anything extra. It could be a little workshop if you choose to do that. You do have a little separate side yard over here. So, oh, there's a little bird right there. So it looks like they had some kids that they, used here as a swing, which I mean, that's kind of smart. The fence is still here, so it probably wouldn't take too much to just roll that back out and tie it up. But again, if you have company over and your dogs maybe be a little crazy and you still want your dogs to be outside, you could always close them up over here. There's a gate right here. So if you did that where you closed off the fence, you got a gate to put your dogs in there so they're not running amok, terrorizing your company. But I think it's really neat. You got a little separate section, or I don't even know what you do. Maybe you got chickens or something. I don't know. Who knows? You get to do whatever you want with the place. That's pretty much it for the backyard though. I don't mind it. You've kind of got some trees, not completely covering all your neighbors, but I mean, this side's a little open, but again, you can't really see into their backyard. They can't really see into yours. So let's head back inside and check out the rest of this place, because we haven't even seen the bedrooms or anything else other than the kitchen and the dining room. So make our way over here. Let our cameraman back in. Here's your living room. So the neat thing about the living room, you have a family room downstairs and a living room upstairs. They both have brick wood burning fireplaces. So they're both right here, kind of lined up. You got your chimney, but wood burning, keep that on during the winter when it's cold and you don't have to use as much heat. You got a fan in here, which is nice for circulation, especially in those warmer months coming up. But you also have a lot of potential to, again, like I said, pull up flooring, put new flooring down, repaint the walls. But this is kind of a functional living room. You could mount a TV over here. You could do like a TV stand or maybe one of those mounts that comes out and moves. Put a couple couches over there, maybe a sectional, maybe a couple recliners, or maybe a smaller couch here. But perfect for little family gatherings, you know, eat some lunch or dinner and then come hang out here in the living room. But yeah, again, as you see, there's some minor updates you could make, like newer light fixtures, change the light bulbs or whatnot to make it that much better. Oh, also, your sliding door out into your deck. All right, let's go check out our first 2 bedrooms, because like I said, you have 4 bedrooms in this house, the master and 1 other bedroom. Our main floor, you have 2 bathrooms upstairs, 1 bathroom downstairs, 2 bedrooms downstairs, plus 2 bonus rooms that we're gonna check out in a minute. And as you'll see from this first bedroom, this is not the master, but I mean, look at the size of this bedroom. You're not really gonna lack on small bedrooms. There's 1 room that's a little bit smaller, but most of the rooms are, I think this is actually the 2nd smallest bedroom. So you have kind of double doors here for 1 closet. Lots of storage in there. You got 2 windows out into your front yard. If this was me, I would either put my bed here or maybe on this wall right here. I mean, this one could be a little wonky though, if you put it here. If you want a TV in your room, you have the closet straight ahead and then the door over there. So again, you could do one of those wall mount TVs that kind of stick out a little bit. But I mean, your best bet would most likely be putting the bed here or in between those 2 windows on that side. So you put your side tables over there, and then you could always put a dresser, TV up here. So perfect, like little kids room. Maybe you've got like twins or kids who share a bedroom. I mean, if you have this big of a house, like again, 4 bedrooms, 2,000 square feet, you're not really lacking on room. It's really easy for you to grow a family, because most people, this is starter house price range, about $200,000. This would be perfect for if you're trying to grow a family. You know, you have 1 kid, maybe a second one comes along, and maybe a 3rd one comes along, who knows? But you're not really gonna outgrow this that fast, unless you're popping out kids, but do what you want. All right, on to the first bathroom. This is our first bathroom, and you're gonna really see in here what I'm talking about when this is like an 80s home. So the tile I think is really cool. It's kind of got some blue and green speckles in it, and the design is really pretty. Again, very 80s. And then same with the countertops. You got the laminate countertops that are extremely short, because I mean, if you're getting ready in the morning, you're gotta like lean down and to do everything, or if you shave in the morning, you're having to lean down to get all that done. So that was something else that I thought about, is if you remodel this home, maybe putting the countertops at least up to like the top of this tile here, just give you a little more easier functionality. I mean, it's functional, but easier functionality. You have your toilet, and then if you're new, we call this a shub because it is a shower tub combo. But there's your shub. And then they also have these little fans, these little lights. So you've got this little fan here that's really bright, and you have 3 settings to turn on your fan, and it gets really fast. So 3 different settings, something small but a little cool. And then you still do have your ventilation fan for when you're taking a hot shower. You got linen storage in here, which is pretty decent size. It goes back quite a ways. You've got this one and there. I think it's funny that they have popcorn ceiling in the cabinet. If you see that right there, I don't know why you would carry it on. I know a lot of people aren't a huge fan of popcorn ceilings, but again, it wouldn't be too hard to just kind of get rid of those real quick before you move in. It's easier to do it before you move in than afterwards. But you also have an attic fan, so a whole home attic fan. We'll just turn it on real quick. Takes a second to kick on. We'll see if we can. There it goes. And you can feel the air start moving And it's very loud, as most attic fans are. We'll actually make sure we turn it off. There you go. And then now on to our second master bedroom. Again, you have another ceiling fan in here. I didn't mention it, but the other bedroom also has a ceiling fan. But I mean, look at the size of this bedroom. There is so much room in here. Of course, if it was me, I'd probably put my bed here between the two windows. It kind of sucks that you cover this vent. You do have another one over there in that corner. So, I mean, you could also put your bed over here so it's not covering. There's lots of ways you could arrange this room and you're still not going to be lacking on space. If it was me, I'd probably just put it here. You have the fan to keep circulation. And then you could mount your TV here, or I mean, I work from home. It looks like they had some sort of corner desk. There's still some dents right there, but maybe put like a corner desk here, and that still is not going to take up that much space. Again, all these rooms have so much potential. Put some side tables by your beds, and then as you can see, we have what used to be skylights. So there used to be skylights, but when they got the new roof, they just covered them up, you know. Not really sure why, but they covered them up. But it would be really easy. So we'll say maybe you redo your roof, or maybe you just keep the roof that's there and just put the window back in, and now you have skylights in your bedroom. I mean, personally me, if I had my bed over here, that'd be a lot nicer so that the sun isn't coming directly at my face. But I would also maybe put like blinds or something that's like remote controlled so you can close it so you get complete darkness. But yeah, double closets that do connect. So you've got like his side and her side. Oh, well, again, like I said, this house could use a little bit of work. You could live in it as is or fix up a few things. But you got two sides over here, one side over here, and again, they do connect. Scooch over through. So there's your closets. Now let's check out the master bathroom. So this bathroom is definitely bigger than the other one. You got a little more room. Again, with the countertops being, I think this one's actually lower, it feels like almost, than the other one. But you got shorter countertops. You have this mirror cabinet, little medicine cabinet, and all of these do open. So this one, I think, yep. This one's missing its handle, but they all do open. Again, it'd be real easy to probably just take that out, put in a new vanity or something for the mirror and that. You have this little built-in here. I think that's just, yeah, that's not even really part of the house. You could always take that off. Little linen closet here for extra towels. Your shub. And then you have another one of those little fans up there. But that's it for your master bathroom. Not that much of a deal. You have your door to your backyard there. So let your dog out instead of getting up all the way, running all the way through the house just to let them out. So you can let your pups out first thing in the morning if they sleep in your room. But that's it for the first floor. You do have your coat closet there, and then some hangers so you can hang up jackets and purses and hats and whatnot. But let's make our way downstairs. Now, I'm going to point out a couple things which I think is really cool. I mean, they did used to have wallpaper and some of it's been taken down. Again, pull the rest off, throw up some new paint, and it's good as new. Maybe some trim too along the floorboards. The one thing I do know about this basement is that this bedroom right here, so this was an add-on that they did while they lived here, is that this used to be all family room from that wall all the way back to the other side. But they walled it off and made it an extra bedroom, which is perfect. And I mean, neat little family room. You could put a pool table down here, but you wouldn't really have much room for couches or anything if you did that. So put some couches down here, you know, just make this a little quiet hangout. It's nice and cool down here. You got your fireplace again, different brick than the one upstairs. Again, it is wood burning. And I really like these right here, the little wooden cabinets, the built-ins. That's really cute. I like it. It matches really well with the fireplace. Personally, I think it does. But let's go check out this bedroom since I've already been talking about it a bunch. You also do have a fan in here. So circulation. The circulation is not going to be a problem here. And again, like I said, this was an add-on that they did while they lived here. So, I mean, there is still some work that needs to be done, like putting trimmer on the door, some new paint. It looks like they painted it and then maybe changed their mind. It's not a bad purple, but for a bedroom, I don't know if I would pick it personally. I will point this out right here. So this looks like water hookup. So if you did have this that extended all the way out, you could make this like a bar area. So put up a sink in here so you can do dishes. You could always put like a mini fridge, a microwave, or it could just be like a bar where you have a countertop with a sink and you store alcohol and glasses and stuff right there. But you could pretty much finish this out and make it a whole kitchen down here if you really wanted to. But I think that's pretty cool. So you do have a closet that they did wall off. There's no door for it, but oh well. If it was me, I would most likely take this wall out here and extend it again and then redo this to be a bar down here. So you would lose a bedroom, but you do have a bonus room that you could turn into a bedroom. So we're gonna check that out real quick. We'll save our last bedroom best for last, or second best. I think the master is personally the best. But here is one of the bonus rooms. This is the bonus room you could actually turn into a bedroom. There's nothing on this side. You can put an egress window here to make it a bedroom, or put one on this wall to the backyard. But yeah, cute little room. You could make this a home office. Like I said, I office from home. So this would be nice, making it a storage room or like a hobby room. You have a lot of potential with it. And then it's got all the baseboards. It's white, so it's pretty much ready for a new coat of paint. But yeah, let's check out our fourth and final bedroom. So this one isn't as big as the master bedroom, but man, it's pretty darn close in size. You have a lot of room in here. Again, I would probably put bed here, side tables here, and then you could mount a TV there, put it on a dresser. You could rearrange this room pretty much any way you wanted. I mean, the only thing I probably wouldn't do is I probably wouldn't put the bed here. I could put it on that wall, put it on that wall, put it on this wall, and then you always have an opposite wall to hang up a TV. Again, I'm just saying that most people have TVs in their bedrooms now. You don't have to have a TV. You have fan for airflow again. Your egress window here, which it does connect to the other one. So that bedroom and this bedroom do have a connecting egress. So there you go. Let's check out the closet. This is actually the only walk-in closet. Even the one upstairs in the master bedroom is not a walk-in closet. But this is your one and only walk-in closet. Again, plenty of storage over here. Plus this little shelf, these shelves right here. I don't really know what I would use it for, but pretty cool. And then you do have a Jack and Jill style bathroom. This is your third and final bathroom, but it's connected to your bedroom. You got a sink, you got a toilet behind here, and then a standing shower. So it's not a tub, but you got a standing shower right there. But yeah, pretty cool. Jack and Jill bathroom. I mean, you can have the cameraman come over here, race you around, so you can see it from the other angle that's coming in from the family room. Standing shower, toilet back there. Again, it's just a bathroom. You could always change it, you could leave it, but we have a couple more rooms to check out before this tour is done. This is your other bonus room. Now, this one you could not turn into a bedroom, because I mean, you got the garage over there, you can't really put a window in here, but I also probably wouldn't want to use this as a bedroom. It's pretty small. It's got access to your unfinished area / laundry room, but it's a neat little room. You could use it as like a hobby room again, maybe sewing, stuff like that, or if you got cats, this could be their, we'll say their bathroom. So you got this little thing under here. I like this. It's like your little Harry Potter hole. You could wall it off. It looks like they had like a curtain or something hanging up here. It's kind of funny that it doesn't go all the way up, but just the bottom half. Plus this little storage. underneath the stairs. So cameraman, come and check it out. Yeah, just a little extra storage. I mean, it's not much that can fit under there, but you can never go wrong in a home with extra storage. So our last room of the house is your mechanical room. You have your furnace, you got your water heater. This cabinet can be moved and you can use this whole area back here as storage. Your laundry hookups are here, washer here, dryer, vent is all the way up there. And then your sump pump is just here behind the door. But it's not much, it's a laundry room. The good thing about this though is you wouldn't have to, like, if there was a tornado, you wouldn't have to tuck your whole family in there. You could use this room, you could use that other bonus room. There's lots of hideout places if there was a tornado or some storm. So you got options is what I'm saying. But that is it for downstairs. Let's make our way back upstairs. Again, the address is 2650 South Dalton Street in Wichita, Kansas. Derby School Districts, 2,165 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2 bonus rooms, and a home that has a lot of potential to be changed, used as is, totally up to the buyer. But again, if you're seeing this, it's probably already sold because, I mean, we're already got people who are really interested in it. So if you're seeing this before the open houses, we got one on Saturday the 11th and Sunday the 12th, 2 to 4 p.m. And unfortunately, if you're seeing this after Sunday the 12th, it's probably already gone. So if you see it now, come check it out. If not, message me and we can go find you another house. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.